The political circus surrounding Donald Trump never seems to run out of fuel, and the latest ad from Congress member Eric Swalwell, released exclusively through the Midas Touch Network, is proof that the former president's rhetoric remains a controversial goldmine. The ad, which features a disjointed and bizarre narrative about massive dumps and surreal claims of pet-eating aliens, has taken the internet by storm. But beneath the mockery lies a pressing question. Is this simply an outrageous rant or a sign of cognitive decline? This video delves deep into the shocking rhetoric, examining the language Trump used, its implications for his mental health, and the broader political message. As the 2024 election approaches, the ad reignites discussions about whether Trump's continued influence is more of a threat to his legacy or a sign of deeper mental deterioration. With a global audience hanging onto every word, this new ad is likely to be one of the defining moments of a chaotic political season, further stoking conversations around the fitness of the former president to hold any future position of power. The ad in question opens with a seemingly familiar chaotic stream of Trump's words, but this time, the former president's rant reaches new levels of absurdity. It isn't just about election fraud or partisan accusations. Instead, Trump speaks of massive dumps, referring to alleged voter fraud in states like Michigan and Pennsylvania. The language, incoherent and baffling, mixes accusations with bizarre visuals of aliens eating pets, a surreal blend that forces viewers to question if the speaker is fully in control of his faculties. Trump's phrase, dumps, big massive dumps, in reference to supposed voter fraud, sent shockwaves through social media. The imagery is as disturbing as it is perplexing. His repeated claims about gross dumps supposedly involve ballots being discarded in the dead of night. The visceral, almost grotesque language has invited endless ridicule, with memes flooding platforms like Twitter and TikTok. However, underneath the humor lies something far more concerning, a pattern of increasingly erratic behavior that leaves many wondering whether Trump's mind is still as sharp as it once was. This isn't the first time Trump has been accused of cognitive decline. His long history of misstatements, unusual word choices, and inexplicable tangents have been pointed out by critics for years. But the focus of this ad, juxtaposing Trump's peculiar outbursts with the need for mental health intervention, raises the stakes. The ad cleverly positions Trump's statements not as merely political, but as a public health concern. The ad structure, a politically savvy attack. Congress member Eric Swalwell has never shied away from taking bold political stances, and this ad is no exception. Using a blend of humor, shock, and concern, Swalwell's team crafted a narrative that depicts Trump as a figure who is unraveling before the public's eyes. What makes this ad stand out is its strategic use of Trump's own words. The former president is essentially incriminating himself, while Swalwell merely provides the context. The video uses clever editing to amplify the ridiculousness of Trump's speech. For instance, right after Trump's mention of massive dumps, the ad cuts to confuse citizens discussing how they initially thought he was talking about the environment or waste management. It's a masterful manipulation of public perception, using Trump's own bombastic style against him. Swalwell's ad goes further, tying in Trump's bizarre, massive dumps claim with broader worries about his mental state. The ad introduces a pseudo-therapeutic narrative, suggesting that Trump, if he were an ordinary person, would be immediately placed under round-the-clock care for his own safety and the safety of others. The inclusion of lines like, "If this were your grandpa, you'd be worried," makes the ad both humorous and unsettling, humanizing the very real concern that Trump's erratic behavior may be symptomatic of cognitive decline. Cognitive decline or deliberate chaos. The crux of the debate now centers on whether Trump's erratic behavior, as seen in this ad, is indicative of cognitive deterioration or whether it is a deliberate ploy. Is Trump losing his grip on reality? Or is he simply employing his usual brand of chaos to control the narrative? Experts in both political strategy and mental health have weighed in with mixed opinions. Psychologists specializing in cognitive health have pointed to Trump's increasingly disjointed speech patterns as a potential sign of frontotemporal dementia. This condition, which affects the brain's ability to process language and regulate emotions, could explain Trump's frequent misstatements, forgotten names, and outbursts. During his presidency, Trump's team famously insisted that he took a cognitive test, a test he later bragged about acing. But for many, this test, often used for basic cognitive screening, isn't enough to dismiss concerns. The ad cleverly references Trump's infamous brag about passing the person, woman, man, camera, TV test, highlighting the absurdity of this being used as evidence of mental sharpness. The mocking tone of the ad, particularly in the part where it lists out Trump's more memorable gaffes, oranges of the investigation, Tim Apple, and windmill noise causes cancer, drives home the point. A man who stumbles through basic concepts shouldn't be trusted with a nation's future. But not everyone agrees that Trump's behavior is purely the result of cognitive decline. Some political commentators suggest that Trump's chaotic style is intentional, designed to keep his opponents off balance. By constantly shifting the narrative and making outlandish claims, Trump distracts from more serious inquiries into his personal and political scandals. Public perception and internet response. The internet's reaction to the massive dumps ad has been swift and, unsurprisingly, brutal. Within hours of the ad's release, the phrase massive dumps was trending on Twitter, with users posting memes, GIFs, and parodies of Trump's now infamous statement. Hashtags like hashtag massive dumps and hashtag Trump mental health trended worldwide as users weighed in with their own takes, ranging from humorous quips to serious discussions about Trump's mental fitness. Some took the opportunity to mock Trump's long history of conspiracies and misinformation, pointing out that this latest rant fits a pattern of increasingly bizarre and unsubstantiated claims. Others expressed genuine concern, using the ad as a springboard to discuss the importance of mental health evaluations for public officials. The viral nature of the ad also highlights the power of modern political messaging. By using humor and shock value, Swalwell's team created a piece of content that transcended traditional political discourse. This isn't just an attack ad. It's a viral sensation that has captured the public's attention in a way that few campaign ads manage to do. The political implications. What comes next? Swalwell's ad, while humorous, raises serious questions about the future of American politics. The ad effectively positions Trump as not just a political opponent, but a public figure who is no longer in control of his own faculties. This approach shifts the conversation from policy to personal fitness, forcing voters to consider whether Trump is mentally capable of leading the country. As the 2024 election approaches, these questions will only become more pressing. Trump supporters, of course, will likely dismiss the ad as another example of the liberal media attacking their leader. However, for undecided voters or those who are growing weary of Trump's constant stream of controversies, the ad may strike a chord. Swalwell's approach, using Trump's own words and actions against him, is a strategy that could resonate with a broader audience. It positions Trump as not just a flawed leader, but as a man who is spiraling out of control. The ad paints a picture of a man who needs help, not power, and that's a message that could prove powerful in the months ahead. In the end, Eric Swalwell's Massive Dumps ad is more than just a viral sensation. It's a poignant commentary on the state of American politics and the mental fitness of one of its most controversial figures. By blending humor, shock, and genuine concern, the ad forces viewers to confront the uncomfortable possibility that Trump's bizarre behavior may be more than just political theater. As the 2024 election draws closer, this ad will likely be remembered as one of the key moments that shaped public perception of Trump's candidacy. Whether it's simply an outrageous rant or a sign of cognitive collapse, one thing is clear: Donald Trump's massive dumps will be talked about for a long time to come. And for voters, that conversation may be the tipping point in deciding whether Trump belongs in the White House or in a home with round-the-clock care. In an election defined by chaos, confusion, and controversy, This ad perfectly captures the surreal nature of Trump's political career. The question now is whether voters will be laughing or genuinely worried when they head to the polls.